Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm TwitchShadowVO, and welcome to the Dice Bags Entertainment Podcast. We're here another week with another lovely set of folks. Today we got the Ragerea.
Yo.
We got IBigBoom.
Sup?
And guest starring Zack Attack.
Hi, guys.
Hi. So today we're just gonna kind of just bro out. We're just gonna kind of like just chill. You know what I mean, bro? Oh no, bro. We're just doing a podcast here, bro. Alrighty. So today we're gonna kind of just have like a few different topics we're gonna be going through. Well, it's gonna be kind of like a mixed thing. Just kind of like. Talking about the channel, talking about some stuff that's been going on, and current events that isn't politics, and a little bit of entertainment. I think that'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool. So as far as like Dice Bags Entertainment stuff is concerned, Ragerea really only is member of like the podcast side of things. That is until he comes over to the apartment and actually records some gaming stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to be talking about the upcoming stuff we have in Dice Bags Entertainment. That is going to be pretty cool indeed. So Zack, you play William Shakespeare in Fate Apocrypha Abridged. That is correct.
Yes.
You want to give me your favorite line or a line, please, in voice?
God,
Just anything.
You're quite the bitch. I do hope you realize that. I don't know.
Semiramis, my favorite bitch.
That was by far my favorite.
Yeah.
I just couldn't think of it at the top of my head.
There was also like a line about her like crow's feet that's like literally just Shakespeare trying to piss off Semiramis.
Exactly.
I love the little banter between Semiramis and Shakespeare in episode 2. I think that's going to make for a weird dynamic going forward, and I'm here for it. Because, like, in the original show, William and Semiramis did have this, like, I wouldn't call it an antagonistic approach to each other, but it was definitely, like, she was kind of annoyed by him, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I decided to turn the table. Now we're having both of them being annoyed at each other. Instead of just one over the other.
Yeah, a little bit of difference.
A little bit of difference. We also have schizophrenic Jeanne d'Arc. That's going to be a fun thing. So that takes from a thing... you know what? I'll just wait for episode 2 to air to really talk about that bit. But yeah, then we have IBigBoom, who is Spartacus.
That would be true.
That would be true. Spartacus is literally just his normal voice, just yelling.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much. And then I voice Shiro, the fourth wall breaking asshat. And the Canadian version of Siegfried. Specifically the Canadian version. We're going to have multiple different versions of Siegfried going throughout the show when Sieg turns into Siegfried. We are going to hit the Canadian Siegfried during the battle. I believe the first Siegfried we're going to get is, I think, French? Anyways, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're also going to have German-voiced Siegfried. That's all going to be fun. Anyways, Episode 2 of
classic Siegfrieds.
Episode 2 of Fate Apocrypha Abridged is almost done. Like, actually almost there. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. And as a little treat, a little hint, we're going to have a new series after Fate Apocrypha Abridged. Something new to start up. And that show is going to be...
Faker in Order Abridged!
No.
Damn it!
We're not doing Stay Night because we already do State Night for some of the abridged shorts. We're not doing Grand Order. I just kind of wanted to take a step away from Fate altogether. So I would like to announce here on the podcast for all the viewers at home, we're going to be doing Kaiju number 8. That is the next abridged that we're going to be doing. So far, our cast is just 2 people, but that's because we haven't even opened the casting call for it yet. I wanted a really good script before we got into that.
Understandable.
Exactly, right? So
Also, your focus has been on Fate, so
yeah,
your focus has stayed there temporarily.
we have ideas for other voice actors that we want as the other characters. Specifically, other Dice Bags voice actors that we want to basically re-allot as kaiju characters as well. So we have Tsubaki as Rino Ichikawa, aka the main character's best friend. Yours truly is going to be playing Hibino Kafka, so that'll be fun. Hopefully, I could bring home the bacon, the bread, what have you, and be able to do a decent Kafka for that. I mean, I believe I can. And then as for the rest, I'm already looking at a voice actress for Mina Ashiro right now. And basically the rest is going to just kind of fall into place as we do an internal casting call for this. I might do a little bit of outsourcing for some of these characters through my own means of contacting some old friends. But yeah, that's what we're doing. That's the next broad horizon for Dice Bags Entertainment. I would like to get some more abridged sorts going. Yes, Zack?
I was about to say, I'd love to help, but I know literally nothing about kaiju.
To be honest, we have a lot of voice actors that know nothing about the source material that they're voicing. It's not really like to do voice acting really, you don't need to know the source material.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but it can still help a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it could still help, but yeah. But yeah, we're doing Kaiju number 8. That should be airing the first episode somewhere in, I'm just going to say August, just to give me a nice little buffer. Yeah, I'm going to say August. It might be a little bit later, it might be a little bit earlier. Who knows? Either way, we already got the disc. We already got the episodes. We are working on the script. We're working on the cast. That is something in the bandwagon. We have upgraded a little bit of the mics for Dice Bags Gaming. Both in part by me and the Tired Geek. The Tired Geek has gotten Digistruct a better mic, so audio should be better on that front. And the Tired Geek has been using one of my Blue Yetis. So better USB mic overall than what he was currently rocking. That should mean better audio, a more better watch experience. So yeah, that's that as well. What else in the Dice Bags world is going on? Podcasts are recording at a different date, but will still be airing at the same time as normal. It's just different for when we record it. I believe
Nothing that those that watch will see.
Yeah, nothing that those will watch will see. But it is going to be different because it's a better scheduled time for those involved. What else do we got? So, entertainment, gaming, podcast. What other brand of dice bags am I missing right now? I think that's it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think that's it.
That is everything. As far as the bridge bits and fan dubs, we currently have none planned so far, but that doesn't mean I can't cook one up on the side. But with Apocrypha and Kaiju going on right now, I just kind of I need some time to cook. You know what I mean? That's also why I took a step away from the gaming side of things as well. Anyways, current events going on right now. Last week we did talk about the Switch 2. How is everybody feeling about that?
I don't really have much of an opinion on it yet. Waiting to kind of see what happens.
Yeah.
Not like I can afford one anyways when it drops, so we'll see where things go.
Exactly, yeah. What about you, Rage?
Well, my one opinion is the fact that they get basically the closest thing we're gonna get to a Bloodborne sequel for a Nintendo exclusive. Kind of eats me alive, but
Yeah.
they did give me Silksong information, so I can't really front them for that.
Yeah. You also got your Prime reveal as well.
Oh my god, the news is just what I needed.
Yeah. Because I remember you were
so
talking.
good.
You were talking about in one episode the lack of info on the new Metroid Prime was starting to worry you.
I was again just like Silksongs. I'm like, oh god, am I gonna go into this again? Yeah. I don't want
You
this.
can forever be like,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15.
yeah.
Christ. Let's take 10 years to release our game. How about that, guys? What about you, Zach? How you feeling about the Switch 2?
I mean, honestly, I think it's the same situations that happen with the 3DS where they have to just completely lower the price of the Switch for there to be sales.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the thing is that the 3DS sold really good regardless. It got dropped to like $140?
Yeah, exactly.
And
like that.
that was I think like a top 10 selling console in the world, so Nintendo really needs to focus more so upon affordability.
Yeah.
And not just being kid-friendly, you know what I mean? If you're trying to be kid-friendly, you need to be understandably pretty affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah,
I think
because
Yeah.
parents don't have the kind of money nowadays as they used to.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm kind of hoping is Nintendo kind of realizes that, oh, we're a family company. We should be focusing on, making stuff that's affordable for families.
Mm-hmm.
And not just what they believe the average family can, fucking afford. Because the Switch 2 has been in the making for like 4 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, to say the hardware's outdated, it's really true. You're getting PS4 graphics on a console that now the Joy-Cons are attached by magnets. They're not even physically attached.
Although I will say I did watch a game demo of them holding up the console by the Joy-Con. The magnets seem strong enough to at least hold the console.
Yeah, I've seen some videos of that as well. It does seem like they're not. It's a thick channel, so it's not like the thin channel you have on the original Switch. And then the magnets are basically just to keep it more in the channel than anything else.
Yeah.
It's not even the magnet doing the work.
I will say that the Switch 2 doesn't even have like any countermeasures for, controller drift, so...
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
That was another thing, too.
You're coming from... Fun fact, I got drift within the first 3 months of getting my Switch. Back in 2017 at this point, right?
Yeah, sounds about accurate.
The first 3 months.
Another...
so I'm really worried that it's gonna happen again.
Yeah, fair enough.
That has been Nintendo's major problem. A lot of times has been stick related.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there is some obvious, issues with the construction quality of the console itself that people are having. There is some worries about, the Joy-Cons themselves, right?
Yeah.
They still haven't fixed the stick drift issue, which we will see, I guess, if that is the case or not. But I don't know. It's probably going to be more expensive to get new Switch 2 Joy-Cons than it was to get Switch 1 Joy-Cons.
Apparently the same price at $80.
Oh, if it's any more than $80, they won't even be able to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That being
literally,
said,
you can buy a new game or buy a new controller, which you
Yeah.
just buy a pro controller. They're so much better.
yeah, it'll last you a lot longer. They're easier to repair. It's just the whole nine.
That or the GameCube controllers that are coming with the Switch, which I hope are good.
Oh,
They
well,
so-
yeah. Then the GameCube controllers are gonna have a second shoulder button. Well, a fourth, I should say. But,
that's the
Yeah, you
issue
know what?
though is well,
it's not what the original was. Yeah, that's
yeah.
fair.
Still no analog triggers.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
but
they did design pretty good. So
Hey, it's the best controller Nintendo has ever made. Let's give them to that.
I was about to say it. I definitely have to say it's probably top 2, with the only one really beating it is the Wii Pro controller. That thing's really nice.
Oh yeah. As long as the guy who made the 64 controllers never touches a fucking thing again, I'm fine. How the fuck do you hold that thing?
The one thing I can say about the 64 controller was they were damn near indestructible and very rarely had problems.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So, moving away from the Nintendo Switch 2, let's get into video games. New upcoming video games. I'm just gonna go off of the ones that I know, because I'm not sure how many of stuff on here is just like indie games and whatnot. So Doom Dark Ages coming May 15th. How we feeling?
Beautiful.
It has potential. It looks really good.
Yeah. What I'm really hoping for, like, here's the thing. I'm not really a Doom guy, but, like, I'm thinking
a
I
huge
might play
Doom
it.
Man, it's Destiny. That shit's coming out on my birthday.
I'm really looking forward to the soundtrack of that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
That's what I'm most excited for out of it. Like, gameplay looks amazing, game looks phenomenal, but I want to hear the soundtrack they drop with it.
Yeah. Then
I
on the
have to agree,
then on 30th we got Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain,
Yep. I'm excited
long
for that.
awaited for, highly anticipated. Ready to fight the Nameless King all over again.
Yep.
In June, not a whole lot. We got Dune Awakening.
Yep.
August, we have the re-release of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
I think that's gonna be good.
I'm looking forward to it.
He is one of my favorite games of all time. They better make that shit good.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen on just like the trailer, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
September, Borderlands 4.
Uh,
I think, honestly, the Borderlands movie also, hey, that came out on my birthday. That shit was ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
But-
left a pretty big stain in everyone.
Oh, yeah. The problem is Hollywood's trying to do games as movies, and they don't have any interest in the game originally.
Yeah.
And then we have that Persona series coming out on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's a rumor or confirmed, but if it is a real thing, I really hope they don't fuck it up.
Also, it seems that Bungie is shooting themselves in the foot for the 100th time. I gotta be honest.
Surprising.
I gotta be honest. From what I've seen on Marathon, I'm not digging it. I don't like it. I don't like what I see for Marathon.
yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. It's like they haven't learned their lesson with Destiny. Like
Yeah, they bring back an iconic game, but it's nothing. It's not going to be comparable to the old Marathon. Right?
exactly, right? It's not going to be anything like the old Marathon. It's not. I highly doubt it's going to have the same fucking vibes. And not only that, but like, it's like, I don't know. I really don't like whoever's making like a lot of the business decisions for that company because the vision seems lost.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, it's all about making the money, not about making something you're proud of and enjoy.
Yeah. I mean,
But that's a lot of the gaming industry. We're seeing a turn to the indie games just because of that.
yeah.
Because it feels like there's actual compassion put into the games.
Yeah.
Like that Dig a Hole game. Somebody put his heart and soul into that.
So
Someone did.
we got a new announcement for the next Destiny 2 expansion, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, man. Destiny 2: The Edge of Fate. It's gonna be a an expansion based on the 9.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't bought Final Shape. That should speak about something.
Yeah,
Man.
I bought the final shape, but none of the what is it called? The
The
seasons.
episodes after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
I don't even remember
I'm
if I got Final Shape.
You didn't.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, I don't like the direction they took with that. I don't like anything like that. But we shall see. Going along the list, there's a lot of games that are like to be announced.
Yeah.
So just rattling off Skate 4, Outer Worlds 2, Hades 2.
Speedrunners 2, I know that. Good IRL friend of mine, we used to play the shit out of that game. That game's really fun.
Which game?
Speedrunners.
I don't got it on the list. It's not on the list. Is that a newly released or one that's still to be announced?
It just got revealed at the Nintendo Switch reveal.
Oh, okay. Is that might be a 2026 title though?
Might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Tomodachi Life.
Yep, there's that. There's definitely that as well. The what is that game called? Hold on, I gotta do a little bit of research. Was it Nightblood? Hold on. Duskblood.
Oh yeah, the Nintendo. The exclusive for them it's basically the closest thing we're gonna get to Bloodborne 2.
Yeah. Closest thing to Bloodborne 2 that they're gonna get.
And it's an exclusive for the Nintendo.
Yep.
Which hurts me.
Usually does.
Anyways, I think that's it on the side of Vigigams. Unless anybody wants to talk about anything else as far as video games are concerned.
No?
Yeah, because I haven't heard any more on like the new Ninja Guy. They've been kind of tight-lipped since the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
That's the case with a lot of the ones that like the new Okami hasn't released any information yet.
Mm-hmm.
I bet everyone's fucking on the edge of their seat for that.
So, what about entertainment, like movies and stuff? Anything new that's catching anybody's eye?
I haven't had any lately that has caught my eye.
I mean, elephant in the room right now is the Minecraft movie.
I am Steve. For some reason, they changed that line.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah, they do. Like, one thing I will give it credit for, it does like actually, shout out some like big creators in like the YouTube space. Like, That's cool. They did that in the movie.
I'm not even gonna touch the Valkyrie thing with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Fair
Same
enough.
as
I have no idea what happened there.
We're not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Is what's
I'd rather
going
talk
on.
The only thing I saw for any reference they did was the Technoblade reference, which was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they kind of had
Future
it.
legend.
what is
if
he?
they
Some
didn't do
kind of
that,
king? No, he's a legend.
He's a legend.
I will say I don't know how they did, but seeing Jason Momoa in not like an action movie was different.
Yeah,
I would like to see him in more because it's good to see if actors can actually not get typecast to one role or like one type of movie.
yeah.
I understand that.
So aside from the Minecraft movie, we got a lot of things on like the Marvel front right now. A lot of things.
Doom.
So we got. So before we get to Doom, we got the Thunderbolts.
Yep.
That's going to be in theaters May 2nd. That's looking pretty good. It has such characters like Red Guardian, Yelena's Black
Soldier.
Widow. We got Bucky as I'm unsure what I think he's the Winter Soldier in that.
Yeah,
Like
it might
the
be that
name?
or yeah. And then actually one I haven't seen yet is Captain America Brave New World or whatever. That looked
Yeah.
good.
Spectre or what's his name? The Void character, the alter ego of Void.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. I just can't think of his name right now.
Sentry.
Yeah, Sentry.
Yeah. So it's gonna have Sentry in it as well, and it also looks like it's also gonna have Void. So that'll be pretty neat. Neato DeVito. I am wondering if they're gonna allude to Doctor Doom in the new Fantastic Four.
They might.
Speaking of which, going into the next movie, we got the Fantastic Four First Steps. That one, looking forward to. Looking forward to it.
Let's hope we can get a good fucking Fantastic Four movie finally.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much. There's so many that release. I just haven't been watching for any of them because so many have been a letdown too often lately.
Oh, most definitely.
So it looks like the main antagonists in the new Fantastic Four is going to be Galactus and the Silver Surfer.
Which yeah, that's a pretty
Good.
common one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my god. I'm so happy they're actually introducing Silver Surfer as not an ally at first.
Yeah. But as like a harbinger of Galactus.
Which
That's what he's
thankfully-
supposed to be.
Exactly.
Silver Surfer in this one is a female.
It's not uncommon.
Why?
Not uncommon. I think the reason is because this isn't the 616. It looks like a different universe.
Oh, okay.
And technically, what they originally based the MCU on isn't even the original comic 616. It's the Ultimate Universe. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of differences going into the Ultimate Universe, anyways.
Yeah, but
People don't believe.
just watching the first steps, there's a lot that's like it looks like a different world, like a different universe, which brings me into a little bit thing that I'm speculating right now. I'm pretty sure the universe that First Steps takes place in is the one that's going to end up bridging to the current one, which is going to cause the what is that called? When the two
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, the fuck. I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
I
when the
can't
two
remember
universes collide.
the melding. or
Incursion.
whatever. Yeah, the incursion.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the incursion is going to be through this universe, which is why Doctor Doom is going to be one of the main antagonists. And so it looks like the Thunderbolts and the Avengers might be at war with the Fantastic Four in that one, and maybe the X-Men.
Okay.
A lot of people
It's
were thinking it was going to
something.
be a MCU versus Fox universe incursion, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing that. They
Yeah.
probably wouldn't gain enough off of it. Like enough hype or anything like that to really
Yeah.
incentivize
Man,
people.
Plus, why would they
Fo-
be doing a Fantastic Four in a different universe if it's not going to be relevant? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Fox is allergic to money.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I'm thinking is that's going to lead to the incursion.
I could see it.
So I
Sound
can
prison.
see it as being like the what is that called? The after credits scene.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or hearing or Victor being the after credits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is kind of what I've got thinking right now. I'm really hoping that we're gonna get an announcement at some point for an Arcane 2, if you will, or another League of Legends show.
Yeah, I believe and I think they confirmed what they're already going to be doing. It's they're doing
Noxus.
Noxus first, and then I believe after that they go to
Demacia!
Demacia, and then they'll finally go to the best country in the League of Legends world. I'm spacing on the name right now.
So good you can't remember the name.
It's where all the cool characters come from, man. It's all the samurais and ninjas and all.
Oh,
them
the
fuckers
area
come
where
from there.
Yasuo comes from.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and Zed and Shin and all them
Yeah.
goats.
Absolute goats.
Also, the nine-tailed fox girl that's like also like was the poster girl for League for a long time.
I don't think she was the poster girl. I'm pretty sure the main poster girl for League, like since ever, was always Jinx. It was always
For a long time, it definitely has.
Yeah, it
been.
was Jinx, but it kind of like a lot of the attention was on her.
it was
the
like
fox
Jinx,
girl.
Katarina. I think her name was like Ari.
Yeah,
Is
Ari.
the nine-tailed one?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know too much about like League of Legends lore, if you will.
The only lore I know is the lore containing to Zed. Because that's the motherfucker I want to learn about.
That's fair.
Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as like shows are concerned. Unless anybody else has anything like they're looking forward to on the entertainment front.
On the well, technically, this is kind of a dual one for Marvel and games.
Yeah.
I am excited for when Ultron comes out. Finally,
Ooh,
he'll
yeah.
be coming out here. I know Emma Frost has been doing good. You know, the fact she can counter every goddamn super in the game.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And I'm waiting for Ultron to finally deal with the problem that is Iron Fist.
What I'm just kind of hoping for Rivals is that they actually introduce more villains. You know what I mean?
Oh, I believe they
Yeah,
will.
same
Like,
here.
Sandman, Electro, like King the Conqueror. I don't know how he'd work, but technically could work.
time manipulation.
There's a lot of ways you can do a lot of characters. So
We already have
they just have to be
Venom.
creative.
So it's not like we don't need like Carnage because we already got Venom.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine Carnage works, and he fights quite a bit differently to Venom. So
Yeah,
I
but
could see them doing.
then we're gonna get
The way I
overinflated
imagine it-
on Spider-Man characters,
That's
like Spider people, I guess.
Yeah, because there's already 3 in the
I
game
feel
already.
like the thing is that you can kind of just tweak Carnage to just be Venom, but more slim and more so focused on like agility.
And well, then also
You'd make him a
because-
DPS, basically.
You want to know what
Yeah.
I'm surprised at?
What's up?
They got the Fantastic Four. Where's Doom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one I'm surprised hasn't shown up yet.
I was about to say, yeah,
Yeah, because they had
my
Doom against
personal favorite
Count
Marvel
Dracula.
character.
Yeah.
Also, I am excited for Blade.
Oh yeah,
Is he an announced character?
He's already been like you could see him in game for fuck's sakes that he was being held by Dracula at the end of the one map he gets out, and he was already data leaked.
Huh.
Like
Yeah,
they
I
got
mean-
a lot of Blade together.
Blade's fucking badass, so it's a warm welcome.
And you know, it's probably the only if that Blade comes out, it's probably the only Blade that's going to be coming out anytime soon because the development hell that movie's going through.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I believe that movie.
Yeah.
I believe the Blade movie was actually canceled, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was.
Why?
It's just so much like there was problems with there's like publicity incidents with the actor. The writing sessions were going fucking horrible. The list goes on.
Yeesh.
In fact, they make a joke
Too many
about
people
how
with specific ideologies in Hollywood, and it's ruining characters and their movies.
and then
Now,
like,
whether that's writers, actors, that's the commonality of problems that Hollywood is seeing right now.
It's just people are focused more on, sharing a message than sharing a story, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to share a main theme or message, but like, don't be compromising to the material.
yeah.
And if you're going to really share a message, why not use the message that the material already gave you?
Exactly, right?
Because, like, comics, they are a very political thing to begin with. So why not use that and go with that?
I mean, the original, was it Captain America was mostly about him punching Nazis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
She's just American propaganda that during World War II, Stanley got paid a lot.
anyways, just like as a topic, just to kind of keep the ball rolling. With all the stuff that has been announced so far, we'll just go with on the MCU side of things. Is there any hero you'd want an MCU style movie for?
Ooh.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that
Like-
is probably the one I'd have to
they've-
say too.
And they've already set him up. Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still considered canon to the MCU. There was a Ghost Rider in that show.
Yeah.
And it was the newer comic, I forget his name, Demi, or I forget his name. He was a Mexican kid that
The guy with the
got
car, yeah.
Yeah. So they had him in it. Now, they could set up Johnny, or they could set up bringing him back into a main movie, which I would be cool with either. Or both. Because then you could just bring a certain person back as Johnny Blaze, because as bad as the original Ghost Rider movies were, I think if
It was
you give
ready.
Nick Cage the right direction, he could do a good job.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd love to see more of Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd be cool to be brought in. There really is
He
nothing
was.
for him, so
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, that's about it.
But, I was about to say that's... it's quite a bit of a blur.
Yep.
I would really like a Spider-Man movie with a Sinister Six.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. That's
Electro. I was going to say Electro.
like an Electro standalone movie.
I wouldn't mind it.
Well, I say this, but I saw the bits and pieces of Craven.
Yeah. Well,
Craven would be really nice to see him.
Well, they made a movie already and it was shit.
yeah, they.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, they
Oh.
did.
Oh,
again,
they
the
made
Hollywood
it-
problem.
They
Yeah.
made a Craven, because again, this was them straight up ignoring source material.
Yeah,
I was
That's
about
why
to say,
that
there's
show.
so many Marvel characters that it's just like, wait, they did bring them in?
oh yeah.
Because again, this movie was kind of there to set up for him to eventually fight Spider-Man, but I think with how bad it did, they're kind of scrapping that fucking plan.
Yeah.
And they wasted Russell fucking Crowe.
Yeah, as Zeus.
Well, then they also had him as Kraven's father in that too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like,
I mean, it does sound
like
like
him as Zeus was good.
It does
but it
sound
was
like
like a
they were
one-off.
building him up. Well, not Zeus, but like Hercules as a
Yeah.
enemy for Thor.
Oh, Hercules would have. Personally, I still want to see Beta Ray Bill,
Yeah.
a horseman that could wield Thor's hammer. To the point where Thor just makes him a similar hammer and says, "Stop stealing mine."
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of like any other characters that would like be good for like a standalone movie. I mean, there's Cloak and Dagger.
You know, could.
Yeah,
Cloak and Dagger.
but as long as nobody on the team hates Cloak, because everybody that writes about Cloak hates them. I don't know what Cloak did to get this hate against him, but everybody does not like Cloak for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
Is
nothing
it-
wrong with Cloak. Yeah.
But like every story is in like if it wasn't for Dagger being there, no one would fuck with Cloak.
Fair enough.
It's just that, I don't know, there's a weird bias against Cloak for some reason.
That's the world for you, man.
Oh, this has been a long standing running problem with Cloak and Dagger comics.
Do you think they're actually going to have an actual like Mary Jane Watson in the MCU Spider-Man movies?
They've
Or
been,
do you
like, banning away.
Because
I don't think that.
my theory for the next one is instead of going for Mary Jane, they might be going right for Felicia.
Yeah. Introduce Black Cat. I can see
Yeah.
it.
Because now we got the Spider-Man in the apartment in New York City that, you know, we got the typical Spider-Man as I would think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got the setup for a more almost like 2000 Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire-esque.
Maybe they can throw some defenestration in there.
Throw some defenestration, some throwing through windows.
Hey man, they said it in the Spectacular Spider-Man, and to this date, it is why is my favorite Spider-Man animated show.
Yeah. I don't want them to do a Wilson Fisk as an enemy for Spider-Man.
No,
next
leave that
one-
for Daredevil.
Yeah. Leave that for like a Daredevil and like Punisher team up.
Because they're already, because they're like, I think that's the like first like the pitch for season 1 of the new Daredevil show. It's him
Season
against
1 is
Fisk.
done. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm not even sure if Kingpin survives it or not.
Yeah, I know Fisk's in it because I saw
Yeah.
the trailer with them talking in like a diner or some shit like that.
I think a good character to have the next Spider-Man face off would be Negative.
Oh yeah, Dr. Negative.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good one.
I was about to say, I think if anything, they should just introduce, you know, the classic villains. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like Doc Ock, Rhino.
No, the Sinister Six. I think really. I mean, really, a lot of them. I shouldn't say a lot of them, but a few of them, like Elektra, they have barely any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like
The only issue, if they want to introduce them right, they kind of need Fisk there because he's the one originally who sets them up.
well, so there's a
Or
lot
they could
of
they could do Tombstone. He's
Tombstone would
another
be yeah.
a boss runner.
If I'm not mistaken, though, I thought Tombstone was in one of the Netflix one of the Netflix Marvel hero things.
He might have been.
Maybe
I don't
Punisher?
remember. I don't remember if Tombstone was in there.
But
They could also bring in Hammerhead, stupid ass.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think like so as far as like people who've started the Sinister Six against Spider-Man, we got Otto Octavius, Norman Osborn. I believe Mr. Negative was actually the headmaster for one of the Sinister Six combos.
Yeah.
I think that was actually the video game one, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it happened in comics too once.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in comics, everything's happened over 1.5 million times, right?
Fisk maybe once or twice.
He's more or less been a silent like funding partner to like.
Yeah.
He'll put all these. His plan with it in Spectacular. He's the one behind it.
To
is
really do the best way of doing it is like do a Daredevil Punisher thing with Fisk, and then like the after credit scene, do something where Fisk is setting up the Sinister Six, so you can go into the next Spider-Man with that, tying it all back
Or
together.
we could do like fan theories. Let's make a movie. We could do a thing where we got the Daredevil Punisher team up, which leads to Fisk, banding together these people to put against them, which inadvertently is the Sinister Six, and then those two realize, oh man, we're fucked. So they get Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That seems like a good setup for like a kind of like an Avengers thing, but just like the New York side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe bring in Iron Fist because let's throw him a bone.
Yeah.
Have they introduced Apocalypse or Armageddon yet? I don't think so.
I don't
Not in
think
the
so.
MCU yet because they haven't really introduced a lot of the mutant big bads. So obviously, when the mutants first debuted, then we can start throwing it. But until then, they probably won't. They probably won't like bring in like Apocalypse, Doom, any of them.
I also really want them to stay away from Prowler until we get Miles Morales.
Yeah, like technically, they could if they want to do like a standalone, just 2099 story. I will be fine with them.
That would be pretty cool.
I will accept it.
Yeah.
Be sick.
Mm-hmm. We're already getting like. Here's the thing: the MCU has done a lot of work to set up for a lot of heroes, but because of how those movies did, we're probably not going to see the payoff for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, the guy with Excalibur, I forgot what his name was.
The Black Knight.
The Black Knight, yeah. They set him up. I don't think they're going to get to him. I'm just going to be real.
Well, it's also because they ditched on going on the Eternals, too. Because I don't think they're going to go back to those motherfuckers for a long time because the Eternals did so shit.
I didn't mind the Eternals. I actually didn't, but...
Oh, no, I watched it. I enjoyed it. But
yeah.
I could agree that, like, Kratos.
There was a thing for... people were saying that there is a Spider Noir thing in the works with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Could be interesting, but...
Could be interesting.
Honestly, I really hope they bring more, like, kind of oddball characters like Boomerang. Who knows Boomerang?
Yes, I know.
I forgot about that sumbitch.
Commando? Commando would be really fucking cool. I mean, people who play Marvel vs. Capcom know him. And they love him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Commando would be great.
And their version of the Hammerhead background is pretty sick. The Vulture is probably the scariest one I've ever seen because he's just a cannibal.
Yeah.
Who ate Peter's parents.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some really interesting characters, to say the least.
Oh, yeah. Like, the changes they did to, and like, Hobgoblins with, like, giant burning demon. It's terrifying.
Bro, honestly, just put the entire cast of Marvel vs. Capcom doing that shit.
I feel like I'm missing, like, a main one, and I don't know who. I mean, there's... Another one we're missing for Spider-Man is Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have him pair with Sandman, and you get the, I think, Mudman.
Oh, yeah.
Who's playing video games?
Who is hitting?
I am hearing like the rattling of a controller, like somebody's intensely doing something.
Oh, I'm mindlessly playing through a roguelike.
Oh, fair enough. Anyways, I think that'll probably about do it for this episode, honestly. And then we'll be back next week with an actual topic questions thing set up so that we could do this right. Because today was kind of like a first time trying out the new time, first time trying out like, just like starting it right from nothing. Next week we'll probably plan a little bit more, have a lot of stuff set up. But yeah, I think this was a good just offhand tester.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I've been so exhausted.
Anyways, for the people watching at home, make sure you leave a like. Let us know what you would like us to talk about on the next episode of the Dicebags Entertainment Podcast. I've been your host, TwitchShadowVO, here with Ragerea. IBigBoom.
Sup?
And Zack Attack.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back next week, maybe with a trailer for Fate Apocrypha, and we'll see you next time. Bye!